Alright, so before we go gripping anything, I thought we should talk about the stick we're going to be gripping. So it is the OxDog Fusion Light 27. Got a lot backwards writing, at least that's what it looks like on here, but we'll find out in a second here. So anyways, this is an OxDog stick that we were gifted by 519. One of the main reasons we will be regripping it is this white grip. Love the color, it goes great with everything else, but yeah, white gets gray pretty fast. That's like 6 hours of stick handling. So yeah, just going with something a little different. We'll be using our Tanaki pink grip because I think that goes better with blue than orange, but I could be wrong. We'll find out. So yeah, anyways, the Fusion Light 27 is probably one of OxDog's more high-level mid-range sticks. It's got a 12,000 carbon fiber count. So for those of you who play hockey, that's like what is in your $200 to $300 stick price range. Gives you that stiffness and flexibility, but also the weight, and then allows for them to have a better balance, which OxDog also achieves through their weighted system. So you can pop out that disc for a different balance and weight difference. It's about 20 grams. Personally, I prefer how this one feels, but if you were to sub it out for that metal piece, it's actually a plastic piece that goes in. Really easy swap to do. This stick, which we're a huge fan of, comes with the block blade. We have ordered a stick or a blade from 519 to replace it, as I prefer the Avox blade just because it's more of a stick handling blade versus the block, which is more designed for shooting. So yeah, as we were saying, this is more of a shooting blade. I prefer more of a stick handling blade simply because it's going to be a little softer in the toe and in the midsection versus the rigidity that this blade has. But if you are that type of shooter who loves a sweeper shot or even the one-timer release, this is definitely the right blade. You can totally feel the ball locking in this cavity, whereas the Avox is, because it's more malleable, it's going to be more like an Arrow Z or like a trick stick, so to speak, in terms of the soft play that you have, but you definitely have more feel. But because it doesn't have like a true trick pocket, you're going to have more play from the toe to the heel when shooting, and vice versa, because it is a little stiffer down here, which gives you that support on face-offs and when you're leaning into that stick to get that pop. The Fusion Light 27 also is blow molded, so that's just how OxDog is creating their shaft techniques. So basically, instead of like piecing everything together, you're getting a simpler weave, which allows for them to use higher carbon fiber counts. So as I mentioned, Fusion Light 27 is 1200. It's more of still a very high K, 12K count, but they can get up to 2500 carbon fiber count with their molding techniques. It's also a D oval, so I was showing this angle of the shaft here. So it is an oval shaft up through the top half here, and what the D oval means is that on the top of the shaft, so you can't really see it because of how small it is, but basically where the light is hitting the shaft, you are going to have a slightly flatter section of it, so it's not a true oval. It's more like a pentagon shape in theory, and basically when you're holding the stick, it's just a more natural feel. So definitely like a playmaker shaft, someone who's going to be using their hands more, and allows for a better feel of the stick. And when you combine that with their balance system and the new blade I'm going to put on it when that eventually comes in from 519, you're going to have a stiffer heel and more playability in the blade. So a better overall playmaker feel, but this stick definitely provides you with shooting capabilities with the higher flex, and carbon fiber count. So yeah, that is the OxDog Fusion Light 27. Great stick. I've got my hands on pretty much all of their sticks for the 2018-2019 season, and even though the Zero and the HES shafts feel unreal, this had that, I guess, toe drag sort of feel that I like in a floorball stick. Great for stick handling, great for showing off the playability of the sport, but it also gives you some great shooting, as it has some really nice flex to it, both horizontally and vertically. So horizontal obviously for shooting, and vertically for face-offs, and somewhat passing stick handling, that one touch kind of pull and drag. So yeah, and now we're going to get into gripping. So yeah, stick around.